Open up your laptop and you'll see the password down in the bottom right hand corner. Log in. Then we open our Wi-Fi just to make sure that we're connected. There we are. Then open the blue LED icon and that will take us to the programming page. Here on the programming page you will see the world game, text 1, text 2, don't touch, and then there's a counter. This is where we go to amend the team names. Very simple, highlight the text box. So we go to text 2 and down the bottom a screen will appear. This is where we do all our editing. So we'll turn that into cats. Once we've done that, we go up to the right hand top arrow, the white arrow, press send, and that will send new information to the scoreboard. There we go. Pretty simple way of doing things. Don't touch are the two counters. You don't need to be moving them around. If you want to change the quarter or your half timer, you times the minutes by 60 and then add that number into that box down the bottom there, and it'll change your quarter or half time. Once we've done that, like I said, please don't let just any volunteer touch this screen because it's simple, but we don't need any game day headaches. The screen has the ability to display messages and advertise sponsors. So our first step is we reduce the world game. Now we press up the top there, program. We'll call this canteen. And then we add a text box. So click the text box will come in underneath. And the first thing we do is we drag down that line so we can use the whole screen, because the default settings don't know what size the screen are. And then we also, down the bottom in our editing window, we highlight and adjust the spacing, because the default spacing is quite big, and what we want to do is we want to get that to 0 so we can fit in as many lines as possible to the screen. Once we've done that, we'll center it so it's similar to a Word document. A pop-up menu, that is the different ways that you can display your message. I like to leave it on direct or sometimes random. Further down we have the speed at which it's going to be displayed. So 1 is very fast and I like to leave it around about 5 or 6. Then the hold button. The hold button is to set how long the ad will show before it moves on to the next ad or message. So 3 seconds is good. Then you type in what you want to say. Now, if you are using too big a font or you put in a couple of spaces, up there is your display menu, and if it's what you're writing is not up there, it means that you've used a too big a font, or as you can see, you've lost some of the text. So you just go back down and either reduce the font or get your lines back in order. Let's create another message. So go to the top, press program. Up pops a program. We'll change the name. Congrats. We'll need to add a text box to that. Follow the same procedure. Drag that down, and then the spacing, change the default spacing to 0. Now center it, work out which way we want it to display. There we go. Now write our message or our sponsor's name or whatever you fancy. There we go. There you go. You can change the font size. Like I mentioned before, if you use too big a font size, see how we've lost the word games? So you go back and you adjust it to suit your message. Now press send, the white arrow, and your board will be updated. Okay, minimize the screen. Now we go over to the soccer ball. We double click on that, and that is our live scoring app. Once that comes up, we've got, you'll see Team A and Team B, and we have the first two scoring boxes. Very simple, you just plus or minus, just like that, and then Team B will score a goal. Then up in the top bar there is that little arrow will start the clock timing down for your quarter or half. You can pause that by the pause button, then start again. Then you can pause, then the little arrow will reset it. Down the bottom you'll see the word next. When you click on that tab, that will release the messages that you had preloaded that we did earlier. Now it will run through each message and then go back to the live score, and it holds for 3 seconds. That one didn't hold because we didn't adjust the hold pattern. And there you go, reset button to reset the whole board, and happy scoring.